my YouTube channel, Yarny Robin. My name's Nikki, and today we are going to be doing a tutorial on making these beautiful granny crochet hexagons. I'm making a blanket. These little motifs, they tessellate together really nicely, so they're really good for garments and blankets and things like that. So I'm going to show you how to make one of these today. You are going to need a crochet hook, and you're going to need 3 different colours of yarn, because this is a 3-round granny hexagon. So we're going to start just by making a slip knot, and we're going to start by just chaining 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're just going to join the 4th chain to the 1st chain with a slip stitch just to form a circle, and we're going to be working into that circle. So we're going to be using treble stitches. This is UK terminology, so if you're using US terminology, you'll need to replace the treble for a DC. It's exactly the same stitch, they're just called different names. So for the purposes of this video, it'll be a treble UK terminology. So we're going to start by chaining 3, and that counts as your first treble, and then we're just going to work into this circle here. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to put another treble in, so pull through a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through the final 2 loops. That's the treble completed. And again, so we've got 3 trebles. We're then going to chain 2, and we're going to put 3 more trebles into this circle. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to chain 2, and what we're going to do is we're going to put 6 these clusters. So 3 trebles is a cluster, so we're going to put 6 clusters in, all separated by 2 chains. So we've done 2 chains, so we do another 3 trebles, another cluster, 1, 2, 3, separate them with a chain 2, and another cluster, 1, chain 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters. We need 6 altogether for the hexagon. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and we need to get the final cluster in. If it's getting a bit tight, if you just scooch the stitches along, it'll make space. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our last cluster. 1, 2, 3, and then to finish this round, we're just going to finish by chaining 2, so that there's a chain 2 space between this cluster and the final cluster. And do you remember we started with a chain 3? If I bring that up a little bit, we're just going to chain into the top of that chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, I'll just chain into that one there, finish with a slip stitch, and then just fasten off. Leave a fairly longish tail, because it just means that your weaving in will be nice and secure at the end. And then just to finish this round, I just turn it over and I give this tail a bit of a pull, just to close the circle a little bit, and then I can weave that in, and I can snip that off later on. And that is round 1 done. So to complete round 2, we're just going to get a different colour yarn, and we're we're going to join it into any chain 2 space, it doesn't matter which one. So you just want to pull your yarn through. I always like to just tie it, just to fasten it, just to give it that extra bit of security. Some people don't tie it, but it's entirely up to you. I like to. There we go. So to start this round, we're going to start like the last round. We're just going to chain 3, and that counts as our first treble, and we're going to put 2 other trebles into that same chain 2 space to form a cluster. We always work in clusters, so there's 3 trebles to a cluster. So there's that first cluster. We're going to chain 1 this time, and we're going to put 3 more trebles into the same space that we're in. 1, 2, 3. We're going to miss the next cluster completely, and we're going to work into this chain 2 space just here. So we're missing this cluster and we're working into that space just there. So we're going to do 3 trebles into this space. We're chain 1, and we're going to do 3 more trebles into the same space. And we're just going to repeat this around. So again, we're going to skip this cluster, and we're going to work into this chain space here, and we're going to put 3 trebles, chain 1, and another 3 trebles in the same space. So again, skip the next cluster into the next chain 2 space, 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles. So third one, chain 1 and 3 trebles into the same space again. Skip the next cluster, chain 1, 3 trebles. And finally, we're just coming to the end of this round now, the last one. So we're skipping the last cluster and working into that last chain 2 space, 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles. And to finish this round, we're just going to slip stitch to the top of the 3rd chain again, like we did previously. So if I just bring that up a little bit closer, you can see I've got 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 chain into the top there. Just slip stitch and fasten off. Again, leaving a longish tail to weave in at the end. There we go. So we've got these tails, we'll just weave these in at the end and snip them off. So that's round 2. Round 3, we just get our 3rd colour, and we are going to be joining. So what we've got here, we've got on each point of the hexagon, we've got a chain 1 space, and then on the straight edges here, this isn't a chain 1, this is just a gap. So we want to join for round 3 into any chain 1 space, so on any point of the hexagon. So I've got this pretty Parma violet colour here. So again, I'm just going to tie this on because I like to tie them on, but again, that's up to you how you want to do that. And we're going to start this final round again by chaining 3, which counts as a treble. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put 2 trebles next to it because we want another cluster. And because we're kind of doing the point, we want to chain 1, and we're going to do 3 trebles in the same space. 2, lost count, 3. So that's one of our points done. Now if I just bring this one here, you can see where we're at. So we've done this point here, and we're coming along now. We're going to make this straight edge along here. So we're going to work in this gap, and we're just going to put 3 trebles, so just another cluster. So wherever you've got a straight edge, you're just doing 1 cluster of 3 trebles, and then we're coming to this point of the hexagon where there's a chain 1 space. So in the chain 1 space, we're going to skip this cluster, and we're going to do 3 trebles, and because we're on a point, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put 3 more trebles in the same space. And we're coming up to another straight again here. Move that out of the way. So we're just going to put 3 trebles in this gap. And we're coming to another chain 1 space, another point. So we're going to do 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles in the same space. So chain 1 and another set of 3 trebles. I'm coming to a straight again, so you're really doing a corner straight, corner straight, corner straight. So 3 trebles in the gap. Miss the next cluster, and you're putting your point in here. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 trebles in the same space. And we're on a straight, so we're just going to miss the cluster and go into the gap, and we're just going to do 3 trebles to make another cluster, and then we're back at a point again. So you've got that chain 1 space, so we're going to do, you've got it, 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles in the same space. Skip the next cluster and just put 3 trebles in the gap because we're on a straight edge again. And then skip the next cluster and work in that chain 1 space just there. Can you see it? And again, we're on a point, it's our last point. So we're going to chain, treble 3, 3 trebles, sorry. Chain 1 and then 3 more trebles. And then we're coming to our final straight. So again, skip that cluster, 3 trebles in this gap here, just to bring it right round to the beginning again. And just like the previous rows, we're going to skip the cluster, and we're going to place a slip stitch in the top of our chain 3. So 1, 2, 3 right there, and we're going to slip stitch, and we're just going to fasten off, leaving a longish tail, and pull that tight. And that is how we do a 3 round granny hexagon. So I'm just going to replace it with this one, just because we've got all the ends to weave in and it's looking a bit messy. So I'm just going to pop that down there. I'd really recommend blocking the hexagons. These aren't blocked. I need to block them. But what blocking will do is it'll give you a much more precise edge, so that when you come to join them, can you see how this one's like a bit wonky? With blocking, that would be completely straightened out. So when it comes to joining, it's much easier to join. I'm going to join these with, I haven't quite decided. So I'm going to join them with cream, but I haven't decided how I'm joining them yet. If you're going to just join them, like just whip stitch them together, then I would leave this final tail a lot longer, so that you've got the length of thread to do that with. But I know I want to join these with cream. So there's my tutorial on granny hexagons. Please give me a like, please give me a subscribe, and thank you for watching this video today.